Chapter 1. People always say first love is a lesson, but last love is true love, and Nathaniel did not believe it because his first and last love was Clara Adrian, his only woman. Clara was the granddaughter of his nanny Mrs. Adrian. He and Clara practically grew up together from diapers, and they went to the same schools. And they'd promised to get married when they grow up till old together with their child Ren. She was mine, and I was hers only, he thought, smiling cheekily while twirling the diamond ring. All his reasons and actions revolved around her. Anything she wanted or said, he agreed to it without batting an eyelash because she was the only one who understood him better, and he loved her so much with every fiber of his being. She was like the oxygen he breathed in. His 26th birthday was a fortnight ago, and she told him she was ready to become his lawful wife, and he proposed to her, feeling over the moon. She was a strong believer in sex before marriage, and he vowed to keep himself a virgin for her, but that didn't stop him from masturbating when the sexual urge was too much to bear. Who doesn't have dirty secrets? He grinned. She was a beautiful innocent soul whose smiles radiated through his whole body, giving him purpose, yet he knew the love of his life was drug addicted, and he loved her with her flaws. What's the essence of loving someone if you can't stand the person's flaws? He always replied to anyone asking why he was with a drug addict. Maybe his love for her was blind and clouded his rational thought. He talked to his parents about his marriage to her, and his parents opposed it because she was not who he thought she was, but when he threatened to leave the household and everything, he made his parents support him. He was the only child, the coolest of their eyes. And he used that line a lot to let his parents agree to his will. The perk of being the only child, he smirked inwardly. He didn't understand why his parents did not like Clara, maybe because she was from the lower class or she loved to spend all his money on shopping and to buy the latest dress, but he didn't care because he would have spent the whole world on her. They'd been preparing for their wedding, and she wanted theirs to be the #1 wedding that no other could meet in the nearest century. He let Clara do everything she thought was right, and she picked his suit, venue, and everything. He wanted everything to be to her taste and likes. She invited almost all the celebrities and paparazzi. She wanted to be the talk of the town. Who was he to say no to her? Sweat was dripping from his body because of the nervousness and giddiness that he was feeling. He couldn't believe it when she agreed to marry him after so much weight and persuasion. The maids were running to and fro to carry orders given to them as he dressed in his Armani suit. He couldn't wait for tonight, and he would split her cunt. He was going to rampage her and feed her with his seed, he thought, feeling himself getting hard while he tried to adjust his shaft between his tight pants as he awkwardly touched his tie, checking whether his shaft was not visible. He scolded himself to stop those naughty thoughts, be patient and wait for the real thing tonight. As he was going out, a little boy bumped into him and handed him a brown envelope before he smiled cheekily at him and ran out hurriedly. He smiled and looked at the envelope warily, feeling a sense of foreboding before opening it.
Dear Natty boy. No time for greetings, boy. Don't wait for me at the altar today because I'm already on my way to meet the love of my life. It was fun fooling you around with Ken because he's not my distant cousin but the father of the child I'm carrying. You are too innocent for me, and I need a wild and rough guy to handle me well, especially his huge black sea. But, I just wanted to inform you that I've transferred $10 million from your account. I know you won't feel it is missing. I hope you don't search for me because I'm already long gone. I don't love you. Don't cry too much Natty boy. She was crying, baby mama boy. I don't love you. I can't marry you because you are not the man for me, and I don't think you can handle me very well in bed. And I don't do virgins, also. And thanks for being my money machine. I and my love enjoyed lavishing it. XXX yours for Radar.
No, he mumbled in denial, feeling his chest constricted as he crumpled the paper on his fist in anger. His phone vibrated in a notification. He took it out and saw the debit alert from the bank. He smashed his phone on the ground, and he tugged his tie away. No, he shook his head, scattering all the flower vases on the floor to which the sound resonated. Angry curses left his lips as he hit his fist on the wall. He crumbled on the ground, reminiscing what he ever did wrong to justify this rejection, lies and betrayal. His eyes clouded with unfathomable rage. What did she want that he'd never given her? She left him for a skinny guy. His heart shattered in pieces with betrayals as his eyes were filled red-blooded with fury for retaliation, feeling the immense throbbing from his head around his body. She left him. She lied. His mom ran in and took in his disheveled form, kneeling beside him disheartened. Mom, he called out in a shaky voice, his body trembling in anger. She left me, he mumbled, gritting his teeth. He wanted to strangle someone. and he wanted to unleash the fury of the betrayal running in his bloodstream. "Mom, it hurts," he said, blood trickling down his fist. "Baby, it's okay," his mother whispered, taking his bloodied hand as she continued to humming her soothing melody to calm him while she removed the white ribbon she used to bound her hair. She wrapped it on it to stop the blood. "People are waiting enough." His father trailed off as he looked at him with a void expression. He knew what his father was thinking. "Call off the wedding," his mother said softly, wiping the tears from her eyes and sniffing. "No, Mom," he stopped her, holding her as he picked up the ring with determination. "We are doing the wedding," he enunciated, standing up on his legs. She wanted him to be embarrassed on a joyous day, but he would show her her feeble attempts were useless to him. "We need a replacement," he said while everyone stared at him worriedly.